Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? What is happening? Welcome back. Welcome back. There we go. But what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Open Gym. We are live watching this Atlanta Hawks Denver Nuggets matchup. The broadcast got the Trey tribute. My fuck around made me cry tonight, to be honest. So it's official, y'all. Trey is gone. Thank you for the memories, 11. Appreciate you, dog. Hopefully the Wizards treat you right. Hopefully they bring somebody in to help you out over there with them young guys. Cause it might get spooky out there. But I digress. Welcome in everybody. Appreciate everybody once again. Greatly tuning in. Hopefully the Hawks can get a dub. We are without Zachary Ricochet and Kristaps Porzingis. We do not have the newly acquired C.J. McCollum or Corey Kispert tonight either. So I ex- I expect them to be at the next game. They play Sunday against the Warriors. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, no Ricochet, no Porzingis for Atlanta, but Denver's kind of banged up too. I think Jamal Murray was questionable. Um, Jokic is out. Valanciunas is out. And Denver has a plethora of injuries right now. So if Jamal Murray is out for the Nuggets, ooh, Atlanta might have a chance because they still got Jalen, Dyson, Nikhil, all them. So we'll see how it goes. But welcome in everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So my apologies if the stream is skipping. My Wi-Fi is kind of trash. So welcome in everybody. So game should start here shortly. But as the game is about to start, go over some stats. It's actually pretty impressive, man. Jalen Johnson is leading Atlanta in points, rebounds, and assists. Yeah, it's gonna it's a new era for the Hawks, man. It's a new era for Atlanta, and I'm interested to see where it goes. I am sad. I am disappointed that Atlanta couldn't work it out with Trey and figure something out at least. Finish the year out or something. But I don't make the calls, man. I do not make the calls. So no Ricochet tonight. Starters for Atlanta are gonna be Nikhil, Dyson, Krejci, Jalen, and Onyeka Okongwu is back. So Ricochet didn't practice either. The last time they practiced when they got to Denver. So oh man, a banged up Denver is Jalen Pickett, Christian Braun starting for Denver. I didn't catch the rest of the starters, so excuse me. But out for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Spencer Jones, Jonas Valanciunas, Nikola Jokic. I almost butchered his name, but Nikola Jokic and Cameron Johnson are out for Denver. So it's a banged up Denver squad against a somewhat banged up Hawks squad. Hawks have most of the guys. There's no Ricochet, Kristaps, or uh, CJ or Corey Kispert yet. So all right, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Nikhil can't get that first three to go, but Atlanta's offense, we'll see, man. This is a new era for the Hawks, like I said. It's a new era. I mean, Trey's been out for a while, so kind of got used to it somewhat. But I don't know, y'all. So Denver is the first on the board, but don't sleep on this Denver team just because they don't have a lot of their guys. Does not mean they're not going to compete. So Atlanta's going to have to bang. Jalen knocks down the three. So Jalen ain't no problem knocking down that triple. Jesus. So Denver back to back triples. They have a 3 point lead. Watch. They're gonna have somebody random go off. So Yeka got the triple up. Can't get that one to go. Seeing some reports, I don't really truly believe that one. Rival execs, former players don't believe they see a future for Onyeka. I really don't believe that report though. So Jalen Pickett knocks down that bucket. So early lead for um, an early lead for Denver, unfortunately. So they have 3 points. Atlanta does. So Atlanta's gonna have to do a lot better on defense. They cannot take. That's definitely a 2K turnover right there. So Christian Braun just throws it into the back of Onyeka. Dyson finds Krejci on the break, and Krejci can't hit. Oh man, that's why. It's unfortunate Shades out though. I was really looking forward to him being able to get some buckets tonight. So Dyson gets a steal, finds Onyeka on the break, and Onyeka touch pass finds Jalen for a easy jam. I'm excited, man. I am definitely excited for this new era. Jalen is gonna be Jalen's team for sure. I think the other guys play to Jalen's level, to be honest. So we'll see how he can lead a team. His first attempt at it. I think this is his first go at it for real. I mean, obviously he has other guys on the squad. As Onyeka knocks that down, it's a tie game, eight apiece. But like I said, Jalen's getting his first attempt at running the team. Um, truly. So because he had Trey there, so he had Trey to kind of take the brunt of kind of everything the face of a franchise has to take on all those responsibilities. Just answering for stuff, and and all those other things. As Nikhil finds Dyson on that nice little whatever it was, pick and roll, slip. Um, as Dyson gets a bucket early on here. So Hawks did definitely catch a break. They were playing a banged up um, Denver Nuggets as Krejci gets a steal. He finds Nikhil on the wing for three. So it's 13-11. Early on, Hawks defense is shaping up. First 3 minutes of the game was pretty ugly, but they've bounced back past 2 minutes, gotten their stuff together. They're already 3 of 7 from three, which looks like they want to get them up. As yeah, they're gonna get up a lot of threes. I see 7 threes in the first, about like, what 4.5 minutes. So definitely keep an eye on that. They hit about 25 against the Thunder the other night. So we'll see how they fare tonight against a banged up Denver team. Denver's offense is one of the best ones in the league. So, but they are missing everybody. So Atlanta has a good chance at getting a I don't even know what to call this. Not a warm up game, but so Yeka puts the three up. Krejci chases it. He stepped out. So Denver basketball. But yeah, it's a new era. It's gonna be interesting. Trey finds himself in Washington. Atlanta finds himself without Trey for the first time in 8 years. That's tough, man. As a Trey Young fan, it's just tough. There we go. So timeout here, Atlanta, I believe. Um, yep, timeout Nuggets. So Nuggets waste their first timeout. So Nuggets just struggling. They don't have anybody there out. Jamal Murray, Jokic, Cam Johnson, Valanciunas already got 5 turnovers. So like I said, Atlanta's defense is going to be key if they want to win this game. Defense to offense is going to be a big thing for Atlanta going forward as they're buying into these two-way players. I think the direction for Atlanta is going to definitely turn more defensive and not rely so much on the offense, which we'll see how Quinn does because Quinn does lean offensive a majority of the time. So if he can adapt and find a way to adjust his game plan, I believe Atlanta should be successful. They have the tools starting right now. Obviously, is this year a championship year? No. But could they make some noise in the playoffs? I believe so. And then next year, we'll see where that pick lands. They have that top, that will unprotected pick from the Pelicans. So unless the Pelicans have a miraculous turnaround and just go crazy, we can still rely on the Bucks. So so it's either between the Bucks or the Pelicans. So get the worst of or the more favorable of the two, and we'll see where that lands. And with the space of Kristaps' contract expiring, CJ's contract is going to be expiring. Atlanta has some moves to make. Whether I don't really think they say they're going to be active in the trade market this can going forward for the next month and some change. Or I guess really it's less than a month, but I don't really foresee them making a move, especially with one of their big trade targets going down, maybe for the rest of the season. And Anthony Davis, he injured his hand the other night, so AD going down. I don't see Atlanta making any moves um, unless just something out the blue happens. I know Hawks fans are interested in Ivica Zubac. I know I'm slaughtering that name, dog. But Zubac, Zoo. That's I'm gonna leave it at that. But I know I just slaughtered his name, but oh well. But yeah, Zubac will be a good fit for Atlanta. He's a good defensive center. Definitely has a rebounding priority as a center. So unless something like that can be pulled off for Atlanta without sending Ricochet off and anybody else um, in that young core. Obviously, Jalen's untouchable. That's what the front office has said. But so Atlanta turns it right back over for Denver at the timeout. So the three is off. Mo Gay is inserted in the game. Him, Luke Kennard, and that seems to be it for right now. So Onyeka is the first to hit the bench. Onyeka was out with an illness last game. I forget who they played. The Pelicans. Mo Gay cannot get that hook shot to go, so he can't clean it up. Still sitting at 13-11, 6 minutes to go now in the first quarter. So, but Denver does have Aaron Gordon back. I know Christian Brown might have been out for a little bit, but they do have some folks back, but they do just get rotated out for Jokic and Jamal Murray, which might be a tough game. Aaron Gordon isn't starting either, so I know he probably might be on a minutes restriction. So Jalen was in trouble, couldn't really find nothing. But Dyson with that cut saves him. Dyson gets the runner to go. It is 15-11. Atlanta has 6 points in the paint compared to zero for Denver. So if Atlanta stays on that trend, they should be all right. I think Bruce Brown might be back for Denver. That's who I was thinking of. So they do got Peyton Watson. They do have some folks out there as Aaron Gordon hits that step back three over Moge. So it is 14-15 right now. Atlanta has a 1 point lead. We'll see what they can do. So Jalen assessing things on offense, trying to take advantage of this mismatch. Gets a turnaround jumper up, and he gets it to go. That was a great shot. So Jalen, last game he had 19, 11, and 6. And one for Denver. That is crazy. As Tim Hardaway Jr. hits the 3 point shot and he gets fouled. So V Krejci picks up an early foul. Unfortunately, fouls a shooter, and it's Tim Hardaway Jr. Uh, so Krejci knew he messed up. Instantly goes to the bench. So Bruce Brown comes in for Denver. So our old pal Tim Hardaway Jr. is at the line, and he knocks that free throw down. So good defense by Denver. Deflects Jalen's pass to the corner, and it's still going to be Atlanta ball. 17-18 at the moment. It's 4:13 left in the first. 7:14 in the first, or 7 of 14 for Atlanta field goal wise. So they're shooting 50% from the field. Oh man, Dyson had that middle. Keen Wallace sidestep triple for three. So shout out to Key, man. He's probably gonna get a lot more playing time with the departure of Trey. Atlanta's gonna definitely need some sort of point guard play off the bench. So hopefully King can step in, be a contributor. I don't think he's gonna change the game, but he can. I think he can come in and contribute. Might not play as much when Zach is back, as Dyson easily gets in the paint, gets one up. So Dyson now has 6 points. He's 3 of 3 from the field. Dyson is definitely gonna have to step his offensive production up now that Trey is gone. I think when Trey was what you call it, when Trey was here, um, as Tim Hardaway just gets the bucket right over Keaton. When Trey was here, you could rely on Trey to kind of get the offense and Dyson just be that defender. But now that Trey is gone, I think you're gonna have to rely on Dyson to be more of a two-way player and not just that defender and a player who can cut really well and can read the floor on that end. He's gonna have to buy into that, him playing point guard, whether it's point guard by committee or he really gets named the point guard for Atlanta. I know, to me, the starters for Atlanta is going to be pretty simple when C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert are integrated into the lineup. To me, it should be the same starting lineup it has been all year. Dyson, Nikhil, uh, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka. And then C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert can be, incorporated through bench minutes. So I don't think they would have a problem with that. Like neither of them are star players. So that is kind of one thing too, man. Like the team that Atlanta built, obviously Trey wasn't gonna be like the main focal point anymore, because Quinn really built the squad around Trey, offensively and defensively. And with this squad that's currently constructed, you don't necessarily need to rely just on like Trey. And I think that really was a big factor in Trey's departure and Atlanta just not having to rely so much on Trey, even though that was the whole purpose of like trying to get Trey help. Trey was definitely he needed help, but I think Atlanta built a team that probably would have been best if after Trey Young, because it's a team, and honestly, you have a star. Jalen Johnson is going to be a star in my opinion. So it was just a tough. It was a rock and hard place for Atlanta. Because I honestly don't think Atlanta wanted to trade Trey, but I just don't. I don't think they wanted to pay him that much money, the money he was asking for. So it was one of the more like smoother departures, though I will say. Um, Trey in the front office did kind of leave gracefully. That might be all Ansi Soleil, to be real. He probably talked to Trey throughout the whole process. Was the mediator between him and the ownership. So I hope Trey didn't leave to with a bad taste in his mouth. To be honest, because Trey was honestly everybody's gonna say he's number three in the Hawks franchise, but in my book, Trey is my favorite. I did not watch Bob Pettit, so brother, I don't care. I know he's a legend. I'm not gonna disrespect the legend, Bob Pettit, but brother, uh, that was St. Louis too, dog. Like, come on, man, don't fault me. Um, and I was too young for Neek, bro. Like, I was born in '96, so I was a little bit too young for Neek to watch his greatness. And by the time I was born, he was traded, or I could. That by the time I was, somewhat coming to awareness, he was traded from Atlanta to the Graveyard Clippers. So action is back. 2.5 minutes to go. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited as much as it hurt to see Trey Young get traded. As Luke Kennard knocks down that three, we will be excited for the future. I cannot lie. Jalen Johnson does seem like he is legit, dog. I can't lie to y'all. First Hawk to average a triple double ever in a month. Come on, man. That's special, man. It's special. That stuff Trey was doing, man. Like just setting records. So we'll see. Atlanta might have a new leader in franchise records by the time Jalen Johnson's done playing. As Nikhil can't get that fast break to go. It was a good steal though. So defense is clicking. Oh yeah, could get that shot out of here, dog. Let's go. So Atlanta's defense is clicking, boy. Yeah. Onyeka just needed some rest, man. I don't think folks realize that report is bogus to me. That report, we'll pull it up at halftime, but that report that rival front office executives, former players, and coaches of the Hawks don't believe Atlanta is gonna buy into Onyeka for the future at center. And bro, let me tell you this. First of all, the that was a good pass by Tim Hardaway Jr. As Denver takes the lead 25 or it's 26-25. But like I was saying, man, Onyeka, he's not the traditional center. Obviously, 6'9". Um, as Nikhil gets the and one. So like I was saying, back to Onyeka, not the traditional center. So like obviously, I don't believe Atlanta's gonna buy into just him at the center position to contend. I think they're gonna be looking for other options. So with that being said, with that report, Onyeka is doing great. He has been the lone center for Atlanta over these past couple weeks, maybe a couple months, as Kristaps has battled his illness, and Folly Dante unfortunately tore his ACL. He was gonna be a more development player, but he was the third string center. So he was gonna come in and give Atlanta some depth at that position. And with him going out for the rest of the year, really impacted Atlanta's depth at that position. So I think Atlanta fans should be more grateful or a little more grateful for Onyeka, myself included. I really don't, realize how impactful Onyeka is. Even when he has a not kind of a slow game statistically, he's out there working, man. He's guarding some of the best centers. The first game against when Atlanta played Denver at home, him and Jokic were battling. I think he kind of went cold in that second half. As Luke Kennard finds the three, but he can't get it to go. It's 28 apiece. But yeah, man, Onyeka's been holding it down, man. The lone center, as Keen Wallace just strips it away. And shot clock is dead. They got 20 seconds to close out the first quarter. It's 28 apiece. 15 seconds now. But yeah, Onyeka's been holding it down, man. I will just say that. I'll get off Onyeka's praise. Uh, But yeah, he deserves it though. He deserves it. Hey, Nikhil gets the bucket with 2.5 seconds left. It's 30-28. Hey, I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Ab- Abdul, I greatly appreciate it. Abduli, I appreciate it. Appreciate you tapping in here for the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Denver Nuggets. Looking for an Atlanta Hawk dub so they can make it two in a row. So appreciate you. We are in a new era too. So Trey Young is out for the Hawks. I gotta update that graphic though. So y'all give me some time, man. Give me some time. I know it just happened. I'm hurt about it too. So I'm hurt about Trey getting traded. I can't even lie to y'all. It is tough. That was one of my favorite players in the league. So I've never had one of my favorite players. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Joe Johnson, Josh Smith. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Josh Smith was one of my favorite players. I'm not gonna cap. Jay Smooth was top five for me. For me personally, I can separate my book from the actual book. Josh Smith was top five in the league. It was Joe Johnson and Josh Smith. Those two, bruh. If I could mold my game after those two, I was just too small. But as a kid, I was definitely trying to emulate those two. So I can't even lie. I did have two of my favorite players on the team that I was a fan of. But it's been a while. I will say that it's been a while, man. It's been a while. But and Trey, brother, what? Trey was special, bro. No matter what you want to say about his defense, like obviously he's gonna be some sort of a mismatch for defense, bro. He's 6'1", bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be honest. League is full of 6'3" and up players, dog. Like, 6'1" is still pretty tall, bro. That's taller than your average man. So he's still, fairly tall for most, but not in the NBA. So Trey's lack of height is not his fault, bro. So Trey competed, bro. I watched it every night. He competed. He left it all out on the floor. Front office definitely let him down in most case scenarios. Just after the 2020 run, it just the 2021 run, it just went downhill. Honestly, front office just didn't know what they were doing. Honestly, to be real, so they get a second chance, and they got really lucky to get a second chance with Jalen Johnson. So I really hope they don't mess it up. But Onsi Soleil, it's been really positive to have him in the GM position. His recent moves, minus his Trey Young deal, have been really just positive for me. I don't think this Trey Young deal is a negative, but it does hurt as a fan. All the other moves were kind of free agent pickups. We traded DeAndre Hunter, but wasn't really like my favorite. I mean, he was good. I can't lie. It's on Yucca's side. Gets a Euro step and gets that bucket to go. So it's 32-28. So Luke Kennard, Dyson, Onyeka, Asa, and Keaton are in the game for the Hawks. So yeah, like I was saying, I wasn't really hurt about any of the moves Onsi Soleil was doing, but he did great. Ooh, Asa Newell played really good defense on Aaron Gordon, but Aaron Gordon just gets the bucket either way. But yeah, Onsi Soleil's been doing good, even with the trade move. I was hurt as a fan, like I said, I was hurt. It's gonna be different, man. Knowing we don't have Trey coming back, like watching these games and not saying, "Oh yeah, when Trey come back, hey, Onyeka finds cutting Asa Newell as Asa Newell gets the bucket. Asa might get more PT this game, as Mo got more PT in that Pelicans game, which deservedly so. He had like 3 steals in like the first 5 minutes. They took a steal away. He ended the game with 4, but they said he had 5 most of the game. As Tim Hardaway gets it up, he can't get it to go, and Onyeka comes down with the board. Dyson coming down, finds Luke Kennard for the triple, but that triple can't go. So Atlanta has 9 points off Denver's turnovers, so they are converting on Denver's mistakes early on, which they need to do as Aaron Gordon gets the continuation as Luke Kennard fouls him. But like I was saying, it's going to be very, very weird to not have. I don't know. It's like a security blanket, bro. Like, oh yeah, Trey coming back. Like Trey coming back. We good. We gonna have Trey back. But we don't have that no more, bro. We don't have that no more. It sucks. I can't lie, it sucks. Um, More so just because I'm a Trey fan. You can say whatever for the team. I get it. It might be better for Atlanta organization that they let Trey go, um, grow somewhere else, and flourish somewhere else. So as a fan, it sucks, but I get it's a business, dog. Like gotta have results, and unfortunately, Atlanta just didn't have that. And you know, hindsight 2020, you can put it mostly on the organization for not building a team centered around one of the best point guards in the league. So hindsight 2020, bro, it was the organization. It was not Trey. You just gotta tell yourself that's my cope. As Asa gets the block, that was a good defensive play. I know Asa hasn't getting much playing time just because his defense. When the Hawks need defense, they tend to lean Mo. As Keaton gets the bucket, it's 36-31. But I like it. It's interchangeable. Moke, and Asa Newell. Hopefully one day they can all get PT maybe together. But I think Atlanta's future is bright, to be honest. As their defense is doing good. Keaton gets it up, can't get it to go. Kind of shot himself in the foot right there. So Denver, they have 16 points off the bench. So scoring has mainly come from bench players, which is understandable. They got Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon coming off the bench. So starters kind of came out a little shaky. They don't have their usual guys, Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson. As Onyeka gets the shot up and he gets it to go for three. It's 39-33. Onyeka now has 8 points. He's 2 of 4. Yeah, my phone, my screen tiny as hell. But he has 2 of 4 from three. Let's go. As Asa's on the break, it is now 41-33. Asa Newell, great job. Atlanta is sitting at 7 steals. So, like I said, defense is going to have to translate into offense, and that's exactly what's happening. As Luke Kennard got the pump fake up, and that's Denver bid on it, and he finds Asa Newell on the cut. Asa Newell, he's gonna be special. And yeah, I know I'm gonna go back to this topic a lot, but man, not having Trey to to dime up Asa Newell on these pick and roll lives. I thought that was gonna be the future for Atlanta, bro. I thought that was, But hey, now it's gonna be Jalen's team. I'm not mad at it though, bro. Jalen Johnson is a special player, man. First Hawk in franchise history to average a triple double in a month. I don't think folks are, realizing how special he's gonna be. He's now leading the Hawks in points, rebounds, and assists. Um, all three of those categories. So it's gonna be an exciting future for Jalen. That first 40-point triple double is going to hit like crack, dog. I promise you. Oh my God, bro. Hey, if Atlanta can get over 500 before All Star break, these narratives might be a little ugly. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So just brace yourselves if you are a Trey Young fan like myself. Stay off social media, because oh my goodness, if Atlanta goes over 500, beating, I think the next couple teams they got what they got Golden State next. I'm not too familiar who they got after that. But I know it's not easy. I know it's a little road trip. I think it ends with Portland. I do know that it ends with Portland, so it's a somewhat tough matchup. Portland's kind of been rolling, but they got somebody in between the Warriors. It might be the Lakers. I believe it is the Lakers. Um, so Atlanta's got, I wouldn't say like the toughest road trip coming up, but it starts off fairly easy because Denver is missing a plethora of guys: Jamal Murray, Spencer Jones, Jonas Valanciunas, Nikola Jokic, and Cam Johnson. So Atlanta has to take advantage of this game, although they are missing Ricochet and Porzingis, and the new additions of Corey Kispert and C.J. McCollum. So we'll see. Definitely, definitely stay tuned to Atlanta news. Apparently, I read a little excerpt of I think Steve Coonan's radio interview today or previously. He just said Atlanta's gonna stay active on the trade market. So I honestly don't believe it, but we'll see. Um, we will see. I think as Asa came over to defend, but he draws the foul on Zeke Naji. So yeah, like I was saying, stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. That's what Steve Koonin says. They're gonna monitor the trade market and stay aggressive. And with the reports, they want to go. They want to lean more defensive minded. I really hope Atlanta goes out and gets a center who can play consistently, who isn't as injury prone or dealing with injuries or illnesses. If they can flip Kristaps into somebody who's there for you, you can depend on, who's somewhat healthy. Injuries are gonna be a part of the game, but um, AD is AD, and you don't ever want to see nobody get hurt. I wish AD didn't get hurt, but not no but. There is no but. Yet I'm glad Atlanta hasn't made a move for AD either, because it's just gonna swap out one injury-prone player for another. And AD's injuries are definitely a lot different than Kristaps. AD be getting hurt in the game. Kristaps at least will finish the game. He rarely leaves. Let me knock on wood. He rarely leaves the middle of the game like AD be doing these past couple years. So I'm really cool on AD. I want Atlanta to pursue somebody else as Atlanta draws a foul, or I guess they commit a foul here. Mo Gay. And that report with Onyeka included Mo Gay's name. It's like, if y'all really watching, bro, Mo Gay and Onyeka plays a five, so yeah, Onyeka is his position is right. But this is Mo Gay at the center position. Like, what are we talking about? Mo Gay is a power forward. I'm not quite sure if folks realize that Mo Gay is a not a center, but he is a power forward. So Atlanta has a plethora of power forwards. They really do. Asa Newell, Mo Gay, Jalen Johnson. Um, Onyeka is power forward size. I think Jalen's going to transition to a three as he gets that turnaround to go. He just needs to increase his ball handle, get that ball handle up, increase his dribbling ability. And he right there, to be honest. I don't think he necessarily has to be a playmaking, creating three, but just somebody who can play defense against those wings and kind of just take advantage of the smaller wings too. As Jalen Johnson skip pass finds Asa Newell for three. It's 46-35. Atlanta is sitting at 7 of 11 this quarter with field goals. So Asa Newell has 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field. As Asa's playing good defense, man. He's playing straight up. He's doing what he can as he picks up his second personal. Ace is gonna be special, man. I think he's gonna be special. I believe in Ricochet too. I know a lot of Hawks fans and National Basketball Association fans who don't keep up with Atlanta definitely do not believe in Ricochet. But Ricochet had 25 points last game in 34 minutes. So I think Ricochet can absolutely break the narratives that have been cast upon him early on in his career. He's 20 years old, bro. I don't think people realize, you know, he's just a little bit older than Cooper Flag. Like, Cooper Flag is praised. I think he just turned 19. I mean, Ricochet just turned 20. So it's like he's a year removed from this year's first round pick or first overall pick. So he's got the tools. As Dyson gets the three up, that was probably one of the best threes he shot all year, even though it didn't go in. I know everybody's got on Dyson's head about his shooting not being there from the outside, but hey, man, shoot or shoot. You're going to have to keep shooting. Like, you can't just not shoot. So it is what it is. So Vit Krejci picks up another foul. Atlanta is thin at some positions. They don't have Ricochet, so no Kispert yet either. So their small forward position is just technically Vit Krejci. So as Peyton Watson knocks down that free throw. I believe, yeah, that's Peyton Watson. So yeah, I appreciate everybody tapped in, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. Watching this Atlanta Hawks take on the Denver Nuggets. New era for Atlanta. No Trey forever. Oh man, for at least the future. Hopefully Trey come back. I would accept it if Trey come back. But yeah, like I was saying, man, like Atlanta built a new team. So they were gonna have to ask Trey to play a new role, and like I don't blame Trey. Like he wasn't gonna come off the bench, and yeah, like he wasn't gonna transition to a new player. To be honest, I don't think as Dyson gets a shot up, he can't get it to go, and it's gonna be Denver basketball. But like I was saying, man, they were gonna have to ask Trey to be numbered like a three option, um, as and they were gonna have to ask him to step it up defensively in a way he hasn't. I think he's definitely bought in defensively these past couple of years. He definitely isn't the traffic cone fans want you to believe he is. Obviously, like I said, he's mismatched because he is 6'1", bro. Like, what are you gonna do? So good stuff. As Atlanta gets a steal, I think Dyson will get credited for that one. Jalen from three can't get that to go. He's shooting from range though. So Dyson already got three steals already so far. As defense is clicking, but Denver is storming back. Peyton Watson coming through clutch for Denver right now. It's 5:01 left in the second quarter, and Denver is cutting into this Atlanta lead. It's 46-42. So hopefully Atlanta can get their stuff together and kind of get on top of things. But yeah, that's I'm surprised the fast break has been clicking so easily. Ricochet does contribute to Atlanta's fast break quite often. He is one of the best players in the NBA on the fast break. I don't have the stats to back that up, but source, trust me, bro. So Atlanta's done fairly all right. Second quarter is kind of cooling off though. Jalen is leading in points and rebounds so far. But I mean, everybody's contributing. Yucca has 8, Jalen has 9, and Keo has 8. Dyson has 6. Krejci, like I said, he was in foul trouble, so he kind of, I mean, he got pulled at the normal time, but he is 0 of 3. He has not found his rhythm yet. So hopefully Atlanta can get some buckets out of Krejci tonight. He's playing a new role though. He doesn't usually start for Atlanta. He usually comes off the bench for the Hawks. So he's stepping into Zachary Richet's spot. He is out with um, I believe Kristaps had the Achilles tendonitis, and I think Zach just had left knee inflammation. So I think the knee was kind of bothering him last game against the Pelicans, kind of towards the end of the game, and then he didn't. He and Kristaps did not practice with the Hawks when they got to Denver. I believe today their shoot around they were not present. They might have been there, but they just didn't participate. From what the Atlanta reporters have told us, what I've read. So shouldn't really be anything to scare Atlanta fans. I know some people might be all right with it, but I don't want Atlanta to trade Ricochet. I don't want it to happen. So Atlanta is kind of, like I said, they did say they were going to be aggressive in the trade market. Steve Koonin, the owner of the Hawks, I think he kind of owns the ownership group or whatever, however that works. Steve Koonin had a radio appearance and he said they're going to be aggressive. So, like I said, though, the matchups, though, back to the matchups there, as they're showing it on the broadcast, is Denver tonight, Golden State, LA, then Portland. So, it should be a semi tough one. It should be, all right. Atlanta can go away with this from this road trip 2-2. It'll be good. But I forget what I was yapping about earlier, honestly. So I'm just gonna watch the game. So it's 46-42. Atlanta's coming out of a timeout. Nikhil finds Dyson. Dyson gets the runner up and he gets it to go 48-42. So good stuff from Dyson. I might be a little behind the scorecard, the ESPN scorecard that y'all see on the stream. So my apologies, but I'm not too far behind. I'm not too bad. The broadcast is a little slower than the scorecard. As Peyton Watson might be a problem, bro. He got 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field. It's 44-48. Atlanta has a 4-point lead right now. As Jalen's trying to get some pass deflected, finds Nikhil in the corner. Nikhil's three is no good. So Jalen trying to get into his playmaking bag. Denver's done a pretty good job at getting to his passes though, so he's kind of struggled in that aspect. Nikhil pokes the ball free. Jalen on the break. He gets it to go, and Payne Watson is back to swat that shot. So Atlanta, 9 steals already. Dyson has 3 of them. Nikhil has a couple, I believe. So great stuff. I believe Veet has a steal or 2 as well. So Peyton Watson just kind of loose with the ball there and turns it over. But Veet has 2, and Nikhil I think has 1 or 2. Let's see how they credit whoever they credit those steals for. So the ball should be Atlanta ball out of bounds unless they call a foul. So 3:52 in the second quarter, 18 on the shot clock for Atlanta. So yeah, Bob Rathbun mentions the last time Atlanta won in this building, it was 2019. So I believe the rosters look a whole lot different. So Nikhil rises up, high points the ball, grabs the board for Atlanta. So it's the starting 5 out there for the Hawks: Dyson, Nikhil, Jalen, V, and Onyeka. Onyeka trying to go to work, finds a cutting Dyson Daniels. Dyson gets it up and gets it to go and 1. Too strong. As Dyson gets that bucket to go, Christian Braun gets the foul. This game is moving pretty quickly. It's 3:19 left in the first half. Dyson gets the bucket. He should have double digits too. Yeah, Dyson has 10. 5 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Um, hey man, as sad as I am for Trey's departure, he did hold it down in Atlanta very well. He definitely represented the Hawks. I don't know, to his utmost ability. He did really, really well at that. Um, and hopefully he's rewarded in Washington. I wish it was Atlanta, but hopefully he's rewarded for that in Washington, getting paid. But Atlanta, I'm really, really excited for what they got, man. I think Dyson can flourish into somebody that averages, 15, 16 points. Obviously, that 3 ball is not going to be as consistent this year. But he could turn it around. As Jalen Johnson knocks down the 3, Dyson picks up his 5th assist. Jalen has 12 points. He's 2 of 3 from 3. He did not hit a 3 last game against the Pelicans, and he still had 19. So I believe Peyton Watson gets that bucket there. As Dyson tries to attack the Denver defense. But yeah, Dyson is going to have to improve his offensive bag. But I mean, that's gonna come with that's off season work, to be honest. Another one for 3. So Jalen, like I said, did not record a 3 last game against the Pelicans. He is now 3 of 4 from 3. He has 15 points. So Jalen getting to work early from the 3-point line. He broke the scoring open for the Hawks with a 3. So positive stuff for Jalen, as his 3 ball has found himself. Onyeka is shooting decent this game as well from 3. So that's why I don't believe the reports, man. Onyeka stepped up, dog, in a big way for Atlanta. So he definitely deserves to get paid for the Hawks. Um, you know, I'll let the money people do the math and tell you what he deserves and all that. But I just hope he gets paid, and Atlanta kind of buys into Onyeka and Jalen, and then they just need somebody else, bro. They just need a big defensive center to help them out. to come in, reject shots, collect the board, and just get it done. Really on defense, you just need a roller. Really on offense, maybe somebody who can hit a three every now and then. Um, but you can't ask for too much. So um, yeah, and I'm excited for Dyson's growth as Aaron Gordon misses that three. It is 1.5 minutes left in this first half. I'm excited for Dyson's growth. Ricochet, I believe, is going to flourish, even though he was going to be, fine with Trey or with, I think he'll be fine without Trey now. Now that Jalen is, the playmaker that he is. As Onyeka gets a great look, he, drives against Denver's defense. They couldn't stop him, so just can't get that little hook runner to go. As Denver collects it, they got 14 on the shot clock. As V has to play smart, as Peyton Watson gets it to go. They were saying on the broadcast he kind of went off in his last game. I don't think I think they won. I don't know. So Onyeka finds Nikhil, and Nikhil cannot get that to go, but Dyson is in position, but he gets fouled. So Atlanta draws a foul. It's 56 to 50. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. So Atlanta is, I don't know, man. They're doing their thing. Um, but yeah, back to Ricochet. I think Ricochet is gonna be all right. I know I've said it before on this stream too. Um, Ricochet gonna be doing his thing, man. Jalen, I'm looking forward to it. As V can't get that to go, I don't think it's gonna be that team effort ball that Atlanta had to play in like 2015, that era. I don't think it's gonna be like get it done by committee. Atlanta now has, it's not a certified star yet, but I think after this year, Jalen will start getting his recognition in many ways as Atlanta's defense pestering Aaron Gordon just results in a turnover and a bucket for Nikhil. So Atlanta extends the lead 58 to 50. 13 points off turnover. So Atlanta definitely has taken advantage of Denver's mishaps. So great stuff, man. Great stuff. As Jalen guards Peyton Watson, they don't call a foul, and they end up with a steal. Dyson gets it up, just can't get it to go. So it's 58 to 50, man. Atlanta has done an amazing job on defense. I dare to say I'm proud of the boys. I'm proud of the guys tonight, man. Jalen has 15. Nikhil has 10. Veet hasn't scored yet, so not too worried about Veet. He'll be all right. Um, Nikhil was talking to the ref. They got Keaton Wallace out there for the interview. Hey man, I love Keaton. Keaton's cool, man, but they chose the wrong guy. He is just, maybe not as media trained as a lot of other guys. So they kind of left Keaton out there to handle the media responsibilities. That's funny. So back to the stats. Do a little box score watching. Onyeka has 8. Jalen has 15. Nikhil 10. Dyson 10. So starters are playing all right. V, I mean, he's scoreless, but that don't really matter. He's playing all right. He has 2 steals, 2 blocks. So he's contributing. Moge, he is scoreless as well, but he has 2 rebounds and a block. So like I said, his time on the floor has contributed to a positive. His plus minus is 0. I mean, didn't look at it. I mean, he's played. So Moge only had 9 minutes. Asa 6 minutes, 7.34 for them. So Asa played really well in his kind of limited role. No Porzingis, so I expect Moge and Asa to get significant playing time, probably 15 minutes apiece. Luke Kennard, he only has 3 points, but it's just so he's doing right for Luke. And I don't really a Steve look for Luke Kennard, but he has 2 kills. Solid. Big man, he has 8 minutes. Expect him to more time he's had. I'm not he's gonna get 20 minutes, but with Trey's departure, he doesn't get some especially games this where Trey's missing with like Luke's out. But it might be different. Actually, it really might be different. We are missing C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert, so Keaton Wallace still might get PT. Quinn seems to really rock with Keaton, which I don't have anything against that. Yeah, so we'll see what Quinn has in store for us lineup wise. It might get real ugly though. Quinn loves three guard lineup. I pray to God he stays away from it, but we'll see what that looks like. Like I said, definitely get ready for it. CJ McCollum, Nikhil Alexander, and maybe Dyson or Luke Kennard or V Krejci out there at the same time. Just get ready for it to be a little ugly sometimes. Um, Neither CJ McCollum or Corey Kispert are defensively inclined. So I know, CJ's on an expiring deal, and, until it happens, the reports Atlanta might be interested in, locking him or sometime, but I don't know. Corey Kispert has some years left on his contract. He has 2 years, so we're locked into both of those players if CJ's extension. So we'll see how it goes the first couple games, but I don't know. I feel like kind of sees those guys through. But we'll see. Best of luck to those guys as they join the. I would hope they join the road trip and get here out west against the Warriors, then the Trailblazers. So hoping they can get those two guys to ask. They're only coming in tonight with 9 players. Keaton, Luke, Asa, Moge are holding down the bench, and then the starters, Dyson V, Nikhil, Jalen, and Onyeka. So Onyeka's back from illness. He was out. He was going through it against Toronto, so he was kind of sick those 2 games, and then played the next one, and then or actually was out, I believe. So hopefully, you can get with Chris Davis back out with a left Achilles tendonitis, so he can be all right. So it is time. It is 58 1 second. I'm gonna grab me a water, and all that. Just 1 second. We're right back. Alright, we back. Y'all, we back. So halftime's almost over with. I'm shaking my head on my girl. She's tripping. So 15 points for Jalen in 18 minutes. Great stuff, man. It's a new world for Atlanta. Trey Young's era has begun, and it's not because he's out for an extended amount of time. Hey, I believe in Nikhil too, a Chattanooga hoop legend, as he went to Chattanooga High School. Um, I believe in Nikhil, man. Hasn't been as consistent offensively, but I think he'll have a big game. He already has 6 30-point games most of his career. He came into this year with 5 total stuff. I think that was a big reason Atlanta kind of believed they could move on from Trey Young era. Um, Nikhil's leap is not something to just believe that. Whatever they're saying is, it's not something you can look at like, man. He's average. My phone cat trying to jump on the computer and stuff. Yeah, like I said, you can't just ignore Nikhil's leap. He averaged 9.9 points. That's the most he ever averaged in this season. So he's averaged 20 points currently. So Nikhil is, yeah, you can't ignore that. I'm not saying he's gonna come in and take Trey's spot or that leap, man. That's special. And that's the thing that you buy to the Nikhil's team is obviously Jalen Johnson as the forward facing guy. He's gonna be the franchise going on here on out. But the kills is special. If Dyson have any of that, he'll be right. And it can kind of operate going with Gillenson in the backcourt, then Onyeka in the front court, and Reece Shea. It's gonna be. I think it's a positive look for Atlanta. But it is bad, man. It's the end of an era. Trey did embody a lot of what Atlanta kind of wanted. Hold on, man. I think the air is on. Oh my God, it's here, bro. We can't have it. So Dyson has 10, 7, 5, and 3 steals. So Jalen finally comes down with the rebound for Atlanta. Action has resumed. It's 11:30 to go in this third. So 30 seconds have gone by. Atlanta has scored 58-50. And the kill shot is just a little off for the moment. I honestly don't know if anybody scored actually. I might be tripping. So that's off the mark. Atlanta gathers the board. Swing for Atlanta. Finds V. Krejci in the corner. He can't get it to go, unfortunately. So Atlanta up by 8 early on here in the second half. And Atlanta's defense still is impacting the game as Nikhil somehow just still picks his pocket. So Yeka gets shot up, can't get it to go. Nobody's really scoring for the second half now. Playing good defense there. There we go. That leads to another over. I guess that's Denver to where Atlanta got 2. So 14 turnover. So Denver gets a block shot there. There we go, Nikhil. Hit the bottom of the bucket with that 361 to 52. So Atlanta answers back. They have a 9-point lead here. and Nikhil at 13. He's 5 of 13 from the field. So they call a very late foul on Veet. They were they're gonna see if that ball went in. They were gonna leave it as a no call. But Veet picks up his, I believe that's the third or fourth. Yeah. So late foul call for Denver as Peyton Watson is gonna go to the line, I believe. Atlanta's sitting at a 9-point lead against a banged up Denver team. So hopefully they get this dub to start off the trip. They got a game road away. After I guess 3 more games after this, they play Golden State next on Sunday. Hopefully they can get it up on my birthday. So they play Sunday, they play the Lakers, and then they end it with Portland. So we'll see how it goes. Lakers are bouncing back. I believe they're like third in the West, maybe. But like I was saying, if Atlanta can go find themselves 500 at the All-Star break, that'll be a very good thing for the Hawks. That losing skid was tough. They lost, what, 7 in a row, y'all? Or 8 in a row? It was pretty ugly. I think it got to 7. I could be trying to cope. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. There we go. So Atlanta didn't get a steal or block there, but just kind of forced a not so great shot from Denver. He cannot make them pay. So Atlanta has 21 assists on 25 goals made tonight. So Atlanta is against this game one in the NBA assists per game. They average about 30 to 31 assists. So a great job at passing the ball, making sure everybody's getting involved. So foul on somebody. I don't know who that brother is. So it's 53-61. Atlanta's up by 8. So yeah, Atlanta does kind of catch a break, man. I don't really hope or pray for injuries. That'd be kind of weird. But it's Nikhil Shaq's Christian Bond get a but the catch break is 353. No Jokic or Murray. So or Cam Johnson or Jonas Valanciunas. So last time Atlanta played Denver, it was kind of it was until the fourth quarter Denver really stormed back and really dominated the game. But Atlanta surprisingly, went to work. They played Denver really well that first matchup, even with Jokic, Jamal Murray, and company. They didn't have Aaron Gordon then, so they were missing some folks. But still, Atlanta played them really well. Just operating the offense when he finds Veet, he swings it, keeps attacking. That's a foul. Atlanta is leading again by points, 63 to 55, 7:09 in the third quarter. This game has been moved by pretty quickly. Not a normal statistical game so far for Jalen. He is sitting at 15 points. Might have more. I haven't really checked. Onyeka tees it up. Onyeka cannot get it. He hasn't found that shot the second half yet. Onyeka is 2 of 6 from 3 of 10 from the field. He's still sitting at 8 points. As Peyton Watson forced to duck the 3, and by golly, he hits the 3. So Peyton Watson knocks down the 3 for his 18th bucket, and Jalen and Onyeka's lob is stalled, and Christian Braun's attacking. See how that goes. Jalen does a great job at helping as Onyeka blew past him. Jalen will can't get it up. I cleaned up effort. But no good. So Denver in a 3 and does not get it. So Atlanta, not bad. So Nikhil's pass almost gets deflected, or I guess it did get deflected, but it almost gets stolen. But Dyson crowds it and gets a bucket. But Denver, excuse me, they're having a pretty tough game right now. They obviously are missing a lot of their guys. So the bench unit has been saving them. So third quarter has gone to Atlanta pretty easily, even though Atlanta has their best third quarter either. Atlanta really benefit from the apologies. They still got trained ass, dog. They're playing with me, bro. They're playing with me. They're just rubbing it in my face at the point. But like I was saying, Denver's just struggling without some of their main guys. No Jamal Murray, no Kish, no Cam Johnson. So they've gotten a majority of their offense from the bench. So Atlanta has not started off this third quarter very strong. They usually typically have a slow quarter, unfortunately. Some games it's multiple slow quarters. So Atlanta, benefiting like I said from the lack of depth Denver also has. No Ricochet or Porzingis for Atlanta. I think if they had either of those guys, they probably would be by a little bit more. But allow Vici to kind of be there and contribute. He probably have a lesser role and probably would free him up. So he's playing well. He is still scoreless, but he's not, well, he's the flow from three. Just hasn't found it. But he has two steals, so he has been active defense, even um, still scoreless. Christian Braun is scoreless as well. So that might be as Denver without Peyton, Christian Braun, Jalen Pickett, uh, De'Aaron Holmes, and Hunter Tyson to start game. So a very interesting lineup for Denver. As like I said, they're missing their main guys, but no one has been except Peyton Watson. Watson has 24 minutes. He's 7-14 from so Peyton Watson's kind of getting in his back. So pay attention to him. I don't know if Dyson's kind of been his main objective defensively. So we'll see. We'll see when he come back out. Rotation should really be in play. Onyeka hasn't had the greatest offensive, but 8 points from Onyeka, 10 from the field. That's Moe, like I said, is in from Onyeka. Typical, and Luke Kennard in for a kill to give those two. Let's do Mo and for now. So Mo. So a jump ball. So 65-58, Atlanta can make this a lead. That's definitely going to be a Denver basketball. Yeah, 65-58, 5:24 to go. Like I mean, I feel like jinx the game, and if he plays, so hopefully it's by fair. It's 10:30 East, so. That's Luke Kennard, and Luke Kennard gets reversed 7-58. Dyson was an assist. Has been flourishing running that point guard. Probably hasn't been like consistent, but Dyson's another kind of away from the ball as he sets an illegal screen. So Dyson shoved in the back there. But yeah, man, Dyson showcasing his point guard abilities. He had 9 assists. So finding the guys. As Moge gets the good look from 3, he just can't get it to go. That would have gave Dyson his assist. But yeah, that isn't like nothing's gonna be like, man. It's nothing's gonna be. That's kind of about too with the departure of Trae Young. Hunter Tyson just throws up and prays it. So 61-67, but yeah, it's not gonna look as great. It's just bully version there. Jalen has team now. Evan Will in the field. It's gonna look different, but that way Jalen's bucket wasn't positive about. That seems to be growing into a player. So okay, and Aaron Gordon looking to square up. So Moge needs to be might be earning name as an enforcer, which Atlanta definitely needs that type of energy. So Moge sticking up for Dyson. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna show my eight close to the screen there. Moge. I don't know, man. Aaron Gordon pushed Moge. Dyson and Aaron Gordon exchange words. Yeah, there's a lot of contact there, so my fault. Oh, they're in now. Come on. I knew that this game was a little too smooth, and look at that. The reviews Moge and Aaron Gordon altercation. So Aaron Gordon Dyson chopping it up. Wasn't too friendly either. Moge came storming up, like in the drop Aaron Gordon. Hilarious. It's funny to see Tim Hardaway try to come push his way in there. He's shoving Keaton Wallace like he did some. Tim Hardaway is hilarious, bro. He is a funny man. He is a funny man to say the least. I do be watching. whenever he comes on the ring. I hate watching. I can't match it up. Tim Hardaway just might be a cool person, but basketball he's not my favorite. As a hooper, I don't know that man. So he could be cool as hell, but oh my God, Jonas Valanciunas, what do you got on, bro? Yeah, man, think he Austin Powers or something crazy work. Come on, man. You know you can't be up there. My cat wanna be everywhere. She's not supposed to be. I'm talking about you. I am talking about you, little girl. I ain't talking about you, little girl. I ain't know. Oh damn. Need to cut my power table on, dog. There we go. All right, man. All right, all right. So Atlanta is up. They're reviewing this Moge and Aaron Gordon occasions is going to be maybe resulting in a team foul, but it's probably on Aaron Gordon. So far three left in my understanding that this was too smooth. It's running along fairly fine. It's been an hour and a half for almost three quarters, and now they got a stoppage in time. They're calling him Gouye. That's wild, bro. So it's gonna result in a Moge technical. That's great. So now it's gonna result in Denver shooting free throws. I thought it was gonna be on Eric Gordon for 7 Moge, but Moge gets off attack for a taunting Aaron Gordon, which is weak. Oh my, come on, man, come on. Man. Aaron Gordon is now guarded by Moge. Guys, Pete, and that's a 7 point lead for Atlanta. Moge is not guarding Aaron Gordon. Great defense, standing straight up, but now, golly, Jalen Johnson picks up a foul against Bruce Brown. Um, kind of a bailout foul there. Bruce Brown collected the Aaron Gordon miss, went straight up, and they called a foul on Jalen. So we'll see how it goes. Shooting two at the line, and Jalen doesn't seem too enthused by that foul call. So 69-62. Jalen has 17 points, 7 of 12 from the field, I believe, sitting at 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and got a steal. So kind of typical Jalen game. Hopefully he can get those ancillary stats up, rebounds and assists. But it's going fairly well. Going fairly well. So no Porzingis, no Reese J for Atlanta. Corey Kispert nor CJ McCollum have joined Atlanta. They went straight to Atlanta, got their little photo shoot in for the team photos and stuff. So they missed this game. Atlanta will have a day in between these next couple games. So they do play Golden State. As Atlanta is going cold to finish this third quarter, and it's not looking good. So Denver's bench has saved them. Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon are the only kind of main rotational guys still out there. I mean, Christian Braun is out there, but, I don't think he's as impactful. Peyton Watson is holding it down, too, as he gets that nice turnaround, but he can't get it to fall as Nikhil gathers the rebound. So Nikhil finds Jalen on the wing. He's going to operate against Tim Hardaway. He's just got to regather himself. Finds Nikhil in the corner. Nikhil swings it to Keaton Wallace. Keaton cannot get that to go. So Atlanta's only up by 5 points now. Denver is out rebounding Atlanta by 11. It's 34-23 on that end. So Atlanta has to get it together. They have to get it together. So Aaron Gordon just gets it right up over Nikhil Alexander-Walker as their lead is cut down to 3 points. So it is 69-66 as Atlanta takes a timeout with 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Oh, brother. Atlanta, what are we doing? We've gone cold from on offense, which is unfortunate. Don't have too many options, though. But maybe Asa Newell should be in. He has 7 points, 3 or 4 from the field. Moke hasn't contributed too much on offense, unfortunately. He is 0 of 2 from the field. So maybe swap out the young guys that are playing Coach Quinn, and we can maybe walk away with an easier dub, please. Nikhil has kind of stepped up. He is 6 of 14 now from the field, 15 points. Onyeka not having the greatest game. He had a good start. He had 8 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. So hasn't quite found that hasn't found it to be consistent from outside the arc. So V. Krejci isn't shooting the ball well from beyond the arc either. He is 0 of 5. So he has to at least hit a couple for us, kind of boost Atlanta's shooting. But for the most part, they really rely on Jet Knight. No Ricochet, no Porzingis. So the thing is gonna have to really come from Jalen, or Nikhil, whichever of those two really want to step up. But I would like to see Jalen kind of take the reins in moments like these where, offense is struggling. I understand that, hey, it's going to be a team effort, but you are that guy now. You do have that responsibility. Obviously, I don't want his game to change, but he's got to realize, bro, you got to take the ball into your hands and take over sometimes. And now is definitely one of those moments where he's going to have takeover moments in games. He did a good job kind of when I would say he wasn't on like a radar for that. I think teams, I think fans of the team were aware of what Jalen could do offensively. To me, his emergence as a point forward was kind of it was special because I was not expecting that. So he's definitely gonna have to follow through on that, man. And I'm excited to see what he can do, but I hope that time with Trey kind of showed him what it looks like to be a killer. Because Trey was a killer out there, man. He was a 6'1" killer. You can't deny that, dog. And Nikhil gets that bucket fairly easily. So 71-66. So Atlanta kind of stops the bleeding there with that Nikhil bucket. So Nikhil now has 17. So Bruce Brown gets it up, cannot get it to go. So Atlanta out on the break on that miss for Denver. Nikhil going to work, finds the corner. Moge just playing a little hot potato with Nikhil. Nikhil comes off the screen, can't get it to go. So out there for Atlanta, it's Onyeka, Moge, Luke Kennard, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and Keaton Wallace. So Keaton Wallace getting some more playing time. So Atlanta forces Denver to settle there. Hunter Tyson finds the three, but he can't get it to go. 71-66. Onyeka does a good job at corralling that. Nikhil just gets a little ahead of himself on that pass, and Denver comes out. Let's see. And Tim Hardaway, I thought they called a foul on that three-point shot, too. I was about to be sick. So Tim Hardaway knocks down the three. It's 71-69. Atlanta's offense still kind of sputtering right now. It's a minute to go. 65 seconds. Atlanta has under 5 seconds on the shot clock. Nikhil gets it up, can't get it to go. So Denver has a chance to maybe tie the game or take the lead with about almost 30 seconds between the game clock, shot clock. So Aaron Gordon finds Hunter Tyson for three, and he drains it. So Atlanta loses their lead, 72-71. So it's about 20 seconds between the game clock, shot clock. Luke Kennard finds Mo in the corner. Mo finds Nikhil, and there's 20 some seconds to go. But Atlanta, I mean, it will be, I don't know. It's two short-handed teams, man. Atlanta has to come through. Atlanta has the better of the guys. They have, their guys. What's happening? What's happening? Official high life. What's happening, brother? Yeah, yo, that is that is the destination he landed on. So I mean, you should have sound. Might have to refresh your chat, but give me 1 second. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Hey, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Official high life. 1 second. Y'all got sound? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Trying to double check, but my Wi-Fi is trash. So Atlanta doing all right. Yo 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 yo. Yo 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 yo. Yes, Sean got some on here, but if I can hear it, let me know. But yeah, official highlight. They did make the move. That is the destination he landed on. So my stream just might be quite behind. It looks like that might be what it is. High life, but I mean the sound was working. So shit. All right, I'm gonna get it back to the game. Give me 1 second, y'all. But Atlanta trailing by one. Fourth quarter has started. I don't know if it's underway, but it's about to start. It is about to be underway. So it's a 1 point game. Hopefully Atlanta can get their stuff together. We kind of need a dub. First game without Trey Young, man. We need a dub. We need a dub in the worst way, to be honest. So once I get this, there we go. Loud ass game. All right, y'all. My fault. My fault. My stream is messing up. It's laggy or something. Y'all can't hear me. Let me know.